raining, it's pouring, Emperor mirrors.
Will you raise a glass with me?
It's Durban now. D-E-R-V-A-N, not Goidemar.
What do you mean? I know what they named you at your cutting. What kind of name is that anyway? Durban.
Nilfgaardian.
My gran was from Nazaire.
Oh, so that's how it is. Then by my leave, Master Durban, may the Gold Sun guide you far away from my land.
Kings do the fighting, peasants do the dying.
Yeah, I could go on and on about how mad I am about colonization. Because people give up their names, they give up their homes, or it's taken from them, their names can be taken from them. Look at North American First Nations people. You'll get like the Point family, the Paul family, names that don't make any sense for First Nations people or Native Americans, because that's the name they were assigned by colonists.
What'd you say? Who taught you that?
Chetty.
Listen carefully. You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never. And you're not to play with Chetty no more.
But Chetty's my best mate!
Chetty's a little fool who'll get us all killed. I see you with him again and you'll regret it.
People very under control of Nilfgaardians, and if you can't understand why that's devastating, then I'm gonna have a lot of trouble relating to you. The New Order. This Thursday, all peasants living nearby are invited to come listen to Captain Peter Gwenlev speak on the subject of laws soon to be introduced in these lands by writ of our most gracious sovereign Emir Var Emrys. Attendance is not obligatory, but every resident of White Orchard should partake in this opportunity to learn what rights they will enjoy and duties they will have under the New Order. Good folk, you no longer live in a barbarous land. That's not fair, calling this land barbarous, just because it's not the same as Nilfgaardian, where every man does as he sees fit. That's not true. There are laws here, kings, kingdoms, there are borders, there's trade, markets. Redania is one of the greatest examples of order in the north. Skellige being like the worst example of order because they're like Vikings, but even they have the right to be themselves and to have their own culture. It's not fair to just say that it's totally barbaric here. The Nilfgaardians are the ones pillaging other lands. They're acting like Skelligans, but they're acting like they're noble, and that's disgusting. You're now part of the great empire of Nilfgaard. Nilfgaardian law now protects you, yet it also ascribes you new obligations. Imperial forces have brought you the torch of enlightenment. Grab hold of it, and your dark age shall soon give way to a bright new era. Imperial Edict number 18-45. Let it hereby be known that, by order of His Imperial Majesty's High Command, all able-bodied men of White Orchard must present themselves at the village inn, equipped with a shovel, hoe, or pickaxe of their own provision. The fields near the village are littered with corpses, and given the warm spring we are currently experiencing, the High Command fears the rotting bodies might bring contagion to the village. Let this stand as proof to the residents of White Orchard that their new rulers care for their safety and shall defend them not only from bandits, but also from disease by introducing measures which have long been standard in civilized world. So essentially, Nilfgaard has their own territory. They are not welcome in the north. Nobody asked them to be there. But instead of staying put and minding their own goddamn business, they moved into the north, killed a shit ton of people, enough people that they are winning the war, and they took over Temeria altogether, and they're saying, now you have to clean up the corpses of your own men, because we care, and we're civilized. The hypocrisy is astounding. Any man refusing to comply with this order will be flogged, flogged, and put in the stocks. Signed, Captain Peter Sar Gwenlev. Volunteers wanted. By order of Captain Peter Sar Gwenlev, let it hereby be known that enlistment into the Imperial Army is now open. Recruits will be provided with room, board, and regular pay. Yet the greatest payment of all is the honor of serving Emir Var Emrys. Win Adin Yin Karn Ape Mordvid. Once enlisted, recruits will be trained under the tutelage of the Empire's greatest strategists. Recruits' families will be assured sufficient sustenance for the entire time of their service. In the case of their death on the field of glory, they will receive lifelong pension. Oh, good, great, cool. That would make me feel super fine. First I lose my land and my culture, and then I lose my husband, but I get mild compensation for the rest of my life. Hopefully I didn't have too many kids and too much unprotected sex before he left. Wanted, deserter. Last night a soldier fled the army camp under the cover of darkness. The wanted man, a recruit who recently volunteered to join his Imperial Majesty's service, goes by the name of Odrin. He claimed to be Kidwini by birth, and said that King Hensalt's misrule had convinced him to join the Imperial Army. He was part of said institution for a mere 2 days, but managed to eat and drink enough in that time for an entire regiment of dragoons. Anyone with information about the present location is to report to the garrison at once. Description: modest stature, wiry, with thinning hair. He fled in his undergarments by squeezing through the latrine's drainage system and probably thus reeks like an old boar. Characteristic marks: can easily be recognized by his voice, which has the telltale rasp of a hardened alcoholic. Anyone found providing shelter assessed as his deserter will be subjected to a summary court-martial. Brother missing. Bash and my brother went off to the Black Ones. Looking for help with that. Devil by the Well, that's a contract. I don't plan on reading contracts, but I'd really like to read anything that has anything to do with lore. It's important to me because I would also like to do a few videos discussing the lore and the world of The Witcher.
What if a halfling became a witcher?
What if a halfling